Twist Side Game, CV back to this video. Today we're acting Shigaraki versus Mahito. I almost said rap battle, death battle, My Hero Academia versus Jujutsu Kaisen. So, I am a big My Hero fan. I just got put on the fandom, maybe, not the fandom. Whoa, pump the brakes, not the fandom. I'm a fan of my own variety. I don't mess with the fandom. But I like it, and I just got put onto it like a year or so ago, and I was really invested. So, Shigaraki's nuts. I don't know who Mahito is. I'm about to learn. But if you guys are interested in seeing more of my death battles, reactions, let me know what you want me to see down below. And I got some advice to try and do these a little different. I felt like I didn't want to make the videos too long, but this time if I have something to say, I'm pausing the video and I'm going to say what I have to say. Here we go. Let's do it. I'm excited. This is the premiere. Oh, look at the animation. Oh, here we go. Let me turn it up.
Symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
Ooh. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Ooh. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
the other character.
A death battle.
All right. Let's get to
Tenko Shimura was just a sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet, shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he...
This music sounds like the exact music they use in My Hero during these scenes too. That's sick.
Activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead...
See, he's blaming all this on the heroes and stuff like that. I get it to an extent, but like he's the one who's messed up. He's the one who killed. He accidentally killed the I think it was the dog first or something, whatever, and then his sister. He could have stopped, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess he couldn't have. It's a tragic story, whatever. I'm just so for Deku, you know what I mean?
Dead. The only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one.
All for
the
one.
Greatest super villain in history.
He took Tenko
nuts.
under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
Yep.
With that came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki.
Yes,
and
sir.
An absolutely nightmarish
A
quirk.
menace.
Hey, it does what it says on the tin.
Dude.
Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy. Pretty menacing.
That scene where he does that the first time and he's just laying, he puts his hand down after he comes out the Mewtwo freaking chamber. Oh, man.
Not for that dorky ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing.
Right.
Come on. They just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics.
Yeah,
those are real hands.
Yep.
From his family.
Yep.
That he killed. Attached to his face.
Yep.
And explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget
So
his
sick.
rage.
Okay.
Insane.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching.
That's
Anything
what's
that touches
crazy
something
about
he's
it.
decaying also decays.
Spreading
Insane
like an
power.
all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission.
Can we
He
talk?
must kill his master's rival, the #1 hero, All Might.
Can we talk about how the freaking cliffhanger that we got left on, though? Like, I caught up as a fan all the way up to the point where it is now. And, like, I guess it had just finished. And it was so hard for me to go to bed after watching those. Like, because I just wanted to keep watching. Like, I remember the fight with All for One and One for All. And him with that one arm. And him switching to power. And... oh my gosh, I was crying and excited at the same time. It was insane.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
cringe. Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life in front of normies.
But they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all.
Right.
Only through
He kept
struggle
coming back
could Shigaraki
stronger.
manifest his dark conviction. fiction.
Right as All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya, was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud,
Yeah.
would
That's
push
why it's
themselves
such a good
past their
story.
own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All For One
Here it is.
KO'd each other.
Yes.
Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight. He
Jeez.
conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation.
See, this show's good. What they're good at doing is they're good at like creating a situation that looks damn near impossible to get out of, and then it literally like they blow your mind of how they do it. It's crazy development.
Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr. Ujiko, who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to make it more like his sensei's.
Yep.
It might have been constant agony, but Shiggy went from Chud to Chad.
Ujiko's experimentation
That was stupid.
vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability.
Yes, they
Enough to
did.
match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Yep.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch
Yeah.
an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the
That
sky.
was crazy.
We calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of T.
So I haven't seen this Deku battle. I have to 100% watch that. This is a crazy stat, but what's also crazy is that like I don't know if those are canon. Apparently they are canon. People say they're not canon. They aren't. It looked like they were canon because afterwards, like he didn't remember what happened, and the All For One power stayed with Deku. But it's like if you're taking this to accountability, I guess this has to be canon at this point, right?
TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And
Damn!
Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves
Dude!
and can even catch laser
Oh
beams.
my
And he's
god!
strong enough to survive
Yep.
Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic
That-
Cruise Punch. Now the new name for my penis.
Dude.
Move over, gigantic Omega Storm.
That's so
Anyway, they also
stupid.
made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might
Wow!
seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
Yeah.
So Decay became, oh shit, more hands.
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh
Insane.
into existence,
Oh
seemingly
my
oceans
gosh.
of it in an instant,
Dude.
whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
Insanity.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift.
What's
Shigaraki
the
wanted to
greatest?
be the new All For One. So what better way than the old man's quirk?
All
to
For One's
steal
quirk,
quirks.
All For One, allows its user to steal and store
Yeah.
quirks with just a touch.
Yeah.
And All For One has
Oh,
hundreds of them
God,
stored
look
up,
at that.
collected over the years.
Oh.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit,
Yeah.
a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul.
That's
they
so
exist in this
badass.
kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body and can even act as a spiritual defense should it
Yeah,
be invaded.
which
And
was
with
that
those
was
vestiges
so
came quirks
sick,
like
dude.
super fast healing,
started-
air blast, radio waves.
In the show, dude, she starts destroying his quirks from within, and he had to get rid of her quirk. That was so badass. It was another one of those situations, like, it's an impossible thing for them to get out of. Like, they won, and then they do, like, yeah, man. Crazy.
Quirks like super fast healing, air blast, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric
Oh,
Kamehameha.
man.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed
Look
will
at
also
that.
remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire.
Yep.
They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is
nuts.
when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All For One's vestige,
He's
that
in him.
means All For One was now in possession of a shiny new body that
Yep.
he'd spent the last 15 years
Building
molding
up.
for him to take over.
Yep.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning.
so
Why?
sad.
Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All
It's
Might. That is
so
some next level
effed
hating
up,
right
man.
there.
He manipulated
so
Shigaraki's
messed up.
entire life, all for one
It's
purpose.
horrible.
To create a soul so corrupted, it would grind away at All Might's perfect world. allowing All for One to take full
Look at that
control.
lore.
But All for One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Yes.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All for One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the
definitely
heartless
spoilers,
destroyer he was raised to be.
Kinda sucks.
Not the broken,
I'm gonna be
angry,
honest.
crying little boy he
I'm
really
being
was
spoiled.
inside.
For just that
Stop!
moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life. The one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all
I'm not
about.
listening to the
He
spoilers.
got a
I can't
hero who
empower me.
tried
What the
to
frick
save
is-
him.
Tell me that. I'm pissed.
This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood
All right,
Gold,
Robin
you
Hood.
can now enjoy the VIP treatment
We're
receiving.
good. All right, I don't know anything about this
Ever
guy,
since
so let's
Cain
go.
slew his brother
Here we
Abel
go.
and wetted his fields with his blood,
Cain and Abel?
man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
Okay,
What
I see
if
what they did
this
there.
fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed? Forming,
What?
over time, a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle.
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with the patch face, Mahito. Oh, I've had people
Cool
tell me I became
character.
a human disaster curse when I've had too many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict mankind.
What?
He's no mere mortal,
A
though,
few
but
months
a
old.
cursed spirit. And your
Hold on,
normal
let's
spirit-
read this. Pat's face, a few months old, height 5'11", 80 centimeters, unregistered special grade curse, leader of the disaster curses, fan of J.R.R. Tolkien. That's funny. Name means true person, lives in a society. Okay.
exist, weaker or stronger depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears
Interesting.
humans feel about them.
Okay.
Like the fear of locusts, kind of weak. Or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger. Or
Huh.
the fear of fire. Oh, goodbye, Tokyo.
So
Huh.
it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful.
Oh.
Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito,
Such
a
an
being
interesting
composed
concept.
of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used
Huh.
to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's
Okay.
invisible, making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes
Random ass. This is so random. This is so random. Galvanized, though, look up that song by the Chemical Brothers. Shit's heat. It was in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Let's go.
cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may
Okay.
be physically present
Oh,
in
then how is
space,
that gonna
but
work
can
with
only be
decay?
harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes
Superhuman-
curses insane.
Physicality, partial invulnerability, invisibility, combat adaptability, cursed energy. Dude, Shigaraki.
Insanely hard to get rid of, like ghost cockroaches.
That's
or my
funny.
Ex. That's why you
Or
need
my
a
ex is
Jujutsu
crazy.
sorcerer to come in and Kaizen the shit out of them. They call it
Oh.
exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia,
Curses and
waging an
sorcerers.
endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But
Sound right.
Mahito was special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals. But Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by
Oh.
Kenjaku alongside other special grade disaster
That's
curses
the difference.
to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact,
Got it.
they made Mahito their leader.
And even
Oh.
more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball.
I don't
if
like the
nothing
feet in my
matters, why
face.
not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps
I guess
in.
so.
He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
I feel like that might be his downfall. I don't know if Shigaraki can literally touch him because of all this is avoidance and stuff. But if he gets real cocky and he starts playing with Shigaraki, that's going to give Shigaraki the upper hand. See what I did there? Ah.
Appropriate analogy, considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
What is
Using
that?
his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch.
Whoa!
His own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu
Whoa.
Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets
Okay.
Mahito squash, stretch, and shapeshift his body into
Oh,
literally
wow.
anything he wants.
Look at
like
this.
Play-Doh.
Soul manipulation, shape-shifting for offense, reshaping the soul and bodies of opponents, reshaping his soul to fix damage, cloning, soul multiplicity. How do you beat this? Body repel, domain expansion, self-embodiment of perfection, 0.2 second variation, instant body of distorted killing, enhanced physicality, exoskeleton with blades. I don't know how Shigaraki beats that.
He can turn his
Shit.
limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or
Shigaraki's so
even
strong.
create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed
all
by their
those
own abilities.
quirks.
Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since
Whoa.
he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his
Wow.
alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
Wow!
With one touch. God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he
Damn.
can gleefully experiment on.
Yikes.
The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit
character's
first
very
and watch
similar.
you suffer.
Wow.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity.
Oh,
Essentially a
God.
giant torrent of body horror flesh that he
Oh.
repels at an opponent. Ugh.
Whoa!
Mahito is unbelievably
That was a train
creative
of
with his
flesh.
application of idle transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps
insane.
that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By
at all
applying
this
cursed
stuff.
energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort,
Dude!
exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would
I just don't see. I'm such a fanboy for Shigaraki, but this seems improbable. I know it matches All Might's power. I know he has strong power. That dude has bested everything. But this is like, this is different. This isn't brute force. I get All for One's different. It has all those different quirks. I don't know, man. I don't feel confident on my decision.
require
I'll
reflexes
have to
moving
keep
nearly
watching.
1,000 times the speed of sound.
Dude.
It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle
Whoa.
of sorcerer technique.
It's not even
the
over.
Domain expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idle transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of
Oh my
perfection.
gosh.
The ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because
Wow.
not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah,
He's
blah,
so
blah,
bored about
he
that.
also had a curse inside of him,
Oh.
King of curses, Sukuna.
which meant
Okay.
Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise, and kicked Mahito's ass, forcing
Okay.
Patchface to fight with a handicap whenever facing his
Handicap,
pink-haired menace.
yeah.
Yuji's belief
But that
in the
makes sense.
value of human life flew directly in the face of the world that Mahito knew to be cruel and meaningless.
All these
so
figures
he
are disgusting. These flesh-like snakes. Ugh.
made it his mission to crush Yuji's spirit before killing him.
Okay.
Murdering his friends,
Crushing the
defiling their
spirit.
corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
Got
And
it.
he's got the strength to do it.
Wow.
Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able
Exponential.
to summon a massive
That's
meteor
important.
capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against
Whoa.
Yuji, he evolved, unlocking
Whoa.
a vastly more powerful form, the instant body of distorted killing.
Complete with armored exoskeleton and arm blades, this was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito
won.
was growing into. A true blight on all
won.
mankind.
It wouldn't last.
La-
In a
Oh,
bitter
what?
Battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a
Wow.
dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So
Wow.
he tucked tail and ran away like a bitch.
Really?
No, life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the
That's
end.
crazy.
For him, maybe. But Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
This is tough. This is hard. I don't know who is going to win this. What is this?
Hey, do you see that join button? Yeah, that
They're
one.
just pointing that.
That's your
All right, join them if you're interested. But guys, I have to think. The problem is Shigaraki, his quirks, right? That's all like an internal battle. He can take quirks, but that doesn't seem to be the... I don't think that's going to work the same with curses. Like, curses and quirks are different. It's like taking someone's power. So could he take his power? That's the question. If Shigaraki can take his power, then yes, but then he's fighting with everything within him. He has to fight with all for one. I don't know what state of mind he's going to be in. This is really difficult. All right, I want Shigaraki to win, but I'm going to... Ah! Wow! Damn! All for one strong. Ah! I don't know. Shigaraki. I'm going to give it to Shigaraki. Low-key, I think Shigaraki's going to lose, but I'm going to lock it in right now. Shigaraki, I have to go for you. You're my GOAT. I have to. I'm biased.
Death battle!
Come on. I need better glasses. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh, God. Oh, no.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Oh, he's trying to...
Hello, me. Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring him your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition.
Hey! Let's go, Shigaraki! Yes! The snow move! Boom! He's not even moving! Let's go! Mess him up! This is hype! Oh, no!
Game over.
It's not over, don't get cocky! Oh! It's not over, Shigaraki. Oh, wow.
Did you actually just see that?
Oh! Oh! That was crazy! Oh! Woo! Oh, man! The animation! Shigaraki! Oh, no! Yeah, but
Audition over.
that doesn't kill him.
Did I get the part?
Oh! Oh! Shigaraki's cooked. Shigaraki's cooked. I'm sorry, Shigaraki, you're cooked. He's crazy. Ah, the music. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Run that back. Run that back. Ooh. Yeah! Why am I rooting for him?
What a rush!
Oh! Oh God! That's his full form. Here he's in his armored form. Shigaraki, come on! This is bad. This is bad for my goat. The music is crazy. Oh shit! Oh! He's gonna cut off that
expansion.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem.
He's messing him up! That's gonna piss him off! He's gonna get to him! I don't know if that's good for him. Uh-oh! Oh my gosh! Yes!
Hands off.
Yes!
Masterpiece.
Do it! Kill him! Kill him! Yes!
I felt your soul too.
Yes!
Humanity because you were born that way.
He's running away!
Random.
Little bitch!
I hate them for a reason.
Yes!
You grow up.
Yes! 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 My goat! My
Next
goat!
is like a bitch.
With their
Yes!
power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out.
Yes!
Today we're breaking it down to 3 categories: physical stats, survivability,
Oh!
and powers.
But
Oh!
first, let's address one thing.
My
Could
voice is gone.
Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Cursed energy and quirks are notably different, and Shigaraki
That's
wouldn't
what
be
I
able
said.
to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see
my
curses
gosh.
in life and death scenarios.
See? And
with
it's
the
obviously
search
life
quirk,
or death.
Shigaraki would
Yeah,
have no
search.
problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest.
Oh my
Despite the
gosh.
disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy,
Oh my
Shigaraki
goat.
scaling to Deku
My
and Bakugo
goat.
meant he was calculably millions of times stronger.
He
Yes!
was faster too, considering he could react to light beams, while Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound.
Pardon
Nothing to
me.
scoff at, but
I just
Shiggy
screamed
was
so loud.
thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of raw durability, Shigaraki was a lot tougher.
That-
and
yeah.
his ability to generate new flesh meant that
Yes.
he could heal any wounds he might
Yes,
receive super
yes.
easy.
However, Mahito is a curse and is immune to the kind of
That was-
overwhelming physical damage
that was the
Shigaraki could
problem
dish
I was
out.
scared
Not
of.
only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idol transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual
Right,
damage.
right.
Considering Mahito's unique curse body, he should actually get the edge in survivability.
Ah.
Presents a crucial question.
Yeah, what
Could
is next?
Shigaraki even kill a curse like
That
Mahito
was
in the first place?
Or
Exactly.
would Mahito's unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idol transfiguration?
Right.
It all comes down to their powers.
Okay.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety
so
with all
much.
of the crazy
Yeah.
quirks All For One had collected
Right,
over all the
right.
years.
All For
But
One
none
sitting
that
in
we
that
know
throne
of
is
could
so
properly
sick.
kill a curse. That
Yeah.
didn't mean idol transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of
Right,
all
true.
things, Shigaraki's vestiges served as a spiritual shield from the effects of idol transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside
Look
a person.
at
And
that.
Shiggy has hundreds of
That
soul-like
makes a
entities
lot of
inside of him.
sense.
Sure, each
He
one
had a
down means he
defense.
loses a quirk,
Right.
but that's more than enough time to land
Yeah.
a single hit with Decay.
That makes a
Especially
lot of
considering
sense.
how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito
Yeah.
has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges.
True.
In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and
Wow.
have that damage
Okay,
transferred
wait, I
to
don't
the
want to hear
Deku
about
in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he
That's
still has a
spoiling.
physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing.
That's
no reason to think
insane.
Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki
Him trying to
the
fly
third
away
and
like that was so
final
cool.
edge. It was a unique duel to the
Dude.
death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing
That's
else to say.
crazy.
You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
Okay,
The
you knew it
winner
was coming.
is Tomura
My
Shigaraki.
goat, dude. Another
Next
one
time
right.
on
What's
Death
next?
Battle.
What's next? What is this? Rip and tear. What? Oh, Master
Subscribe
Chief
and
versus
join as a member to see
Doomslayer.
more Death Battle.
That's
Thanks
pretty hype. That's cool. I see Bakugo versus Explode. That would have been a cool one to like for a real battle. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm definitely losing my voice after that reaction. I did not expect to get that hype. I am so happy he won. You don't understand. If you guys are interested and liked this video, watch this far. If you've watched this far, please consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel, supporting me. I'm probably not as big as some of the reactors you've seen, so I'd love to get this channel going, get new things flowing. And thank you guys so much for the support. You guys are a blessing. I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces!